Hey YouTube. Well, we finally got the snowies on the wife's car. We had purchased them a couple years ago. They don't get a lot of miles on them. We put hubcaps back on. Makes the ugly steel rims look better. They have quite the tread on them. Look at that. Those are beefy. What a difference they make when you're driving around town. Look at that. And they pick stones up too really nicely. That's all you hear flying through your wheel wells is stones flipping around. Gotta do that one next. His tires are over there waiting. I already got them on because mine are classified as snow tires. So hey, you save money on your insurance that way. We got the hell was it, $10 a month off all year long, I think it was. So that's $120 savings on your insurance, so that's a bonus. Okay, my wife's getting ready to go to work. I gotta say bye. And away she goes. 8 o'clock in the morning. I already have that thing running. Been out here since 6:30. It's a little nipply out here. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Most of my garbage is gone. I don't try to overkill the garbage guys. So I put little bits that I can. Hey, I want to get the leaf blower out here and get rid of my leafage. It's all garbage. Oh look. 4 crows are chasing a turkey vulture. Come on guys, play nice. He likes to eat too. So those are the ones from my boy's car. They gotta go on yet. So I'm gonna attempt to do that tonight when he gets home from work. It's that time of year, right? Snowies have to go on. It looks so clean around here. Wow. And bulk week starts tomorrow. I still got lots to process. That TV, I think I'm going to attempt those flats. Excuse me. Little frog in my throat. So anyways, I'm going to attempt those flat screens this time, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4 regular TVs to rip apart. Being the older models, guaranteed they'll have copper in them. My aluminum Horde extruded's getting a little bigger pile over there, not the chair. Yeah, they're a little yappy this morning. They're a little upset. We're gonna go in the garage. In me garage. Yeah, we still haven't brought those in yet. I'm on call this weekend, so I can't really get any projects heavily into, because then I get called into work. Come on you. Hey. It's warmer in here. Yeah. Daddy had the fire going for a while already. We'll put that on the bench. Yeah, it looks like I have to add more wood. Give me a sec and I'll do that. I know you can't see it very well. Here's my other glove. Get you off. Wow, those crows are very excited. Come on, I know you're busy sniffing stuff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Here, bring you a little closer so maybe you can see what I'm doing. Not that you care, right? Bend you down a bit. I put new vent holes in that. Works much gooder. It's been going since 7 o'clock this morning. Like I started it at 7. Yeah, it's all nice hardwood. And just from the hour it's been going, just trying to make coals. It's already 60 by the workbench, so. On me. Make sure it's tucked in there. You get a little view of inside there. Yeah, baby. Get out of there. There we go. Now we're cooking. Something like that. I guess I should remember to turn the fan on. It helps move the air around in here a little bit, you know. Just a little bit. Yeah, that'll get going shortly. It's going to be chooching a little smoke right now, but that can't be helped because that always happens when you fire them up. Nice dry wood in there. I got to organize this garage. This garage is a mess. All I have is little trails through it. That's unacceptable. Right, Star? It's unacceptable. Anyways, we're going to rip him apart and see what's inside of him. Yeah, I got the impact sockets here. This is the one we used on the wife's car. I don't know what size that is. Let me get my goggles on and read it. Hopefully it's the same size as on the boy's car. I used my little impact. They have worked pretty good. 3/4 impact sockets with the adapter for my impact gun, because my impact gun is not 1/2 inch, it's 3/8, as you can tell. So excuse me. A little bit of smoke tickle up my nose. I got another one coming. Ha! Okay. That was my shred. Alrighty then. Crack me coffee open. As you all know, I don't drink coffee. Probably not any better for you. One little battery charger. It's a green Robbie. Take this cover off. Is it all? No. I knew it couldn't be all. Right? I think this guy's copper. I was watching Marty last night, Scrap Kingdom. So people are complaining his videos are too long, so he's been doing short videos. Now people are complaining they're too short. His 1 minute updates were awesome, that was cool. I don't mind how long his video is, I'll watch it all the way through anyways. I watch everybody's all the way through when I have time. If I don't have time, I'll pause it off and come back to it, you know, like. I hope to try to make mine shorter. Maybe mine are too long, I don't know. There's some people out there that are housebound and they enjoy the longer videos because they can't do anything else, so that's entertainment for them. Let's try to get this one undone here. It doesn't want to come off. I don't know if I have anything. I need a point. You know, that's the only tool I don't think I have up here is a pointed tool. Because the hole is full of crap. I don't know what that is. I don't even know where I got this from. Actually, it looks like it's had a handle put on top of a handle just to make it fatter. No idea what it is. Fit in now. Well, it fit in, but it doesn't want to grip, so we're gonna have to do without it. There. Well, there ain't much in there. I don't think that's much. It is copper, nice and stiff. Umpteen amount of wires. Right. There's where the plug went in, so we'll get him all the way out. There, it goes all the way out. Got a little light bulb in there. Does that mean it'd be plugged in? Well, it's just insulated copper wire. Be a medium grade because it is copper. It is thicker than your average copper. What was that for? Oh, that would be the jumper cables. Okay, right. You did have that, didn't it? I forgot all about that. It's the whole idea of a battery charger. It's got to have the jumper cables. So they came out this side. Oh, look. I got what they call a cluster fly. Come here. I'm not trying to hurt you. See him on my wrench, on my tool? He's oh, there he goes. See, he had to warm up. We call them cluster flies or stupid flies. Just because the cold, they don't move very well. So obviously it's warming up in here that all of a sudden he just flew away. See that? But his wings were tight against his body and all he could do was kind of crawl. Okay, what's holding you in? Okay, that was a screw that went, oh, there's two screws. I missed another one. I'm going to get you out of the way so you'll actually... There. That's just tin. No, that's aluminum. Holy shit. Sorry. Pardon me, French. You know what they always say? What's holding you on? Two little screws in the bottom. Not really green square, but hey, it worked, right? That'll work. There's the other one. Get that transformer out. Boom. There it be. Actually, this one's just bolted together. All the platelets will come out. I can get it in one lump sum. It's all wrapped in paper, mind you, but I don't care. It's still copper. That's what counts. Yeah, it's not the right screwdriver. It's a red Robbie that goes in there, but anyways, it goes in the bucket. The bucket of stuff to do. So does that mean that's aluminum too? Whatever's holding it together, it looks like rivets. Yeah, that's, I wouldn't have thought that was aluminum. So we gotta try and get him out. That shouldn't be too hard. Just like that, right? See, boom. Couple rivets holding that on there, it's just a switch. I know my garage doesn't have the best lighting. This garage didn't have any hydro when I took it over. It did before. We're the second ones in here. The guy who built this house was the original owner. And apparently they lived in the garage while they were building the house. 50, 60 years ago, maybe longer. But there's no sign of hydro going from the garage to the house, to the house to the garage. So, like nothing in the basement that you could see that ran to a hydro panel or anything. So, okay, that little piece of sheet is clean. That don't matter, as long as there's no steel on it. It's clean sheet. Clean sheet. Sounds like I'm swearing. Sheet. Come on. It'll come off. There we go. See? That was a screw I couldn't get undone. Shred bucket. Check first, make sure that's aluminum, otherwise I'm wasting my time. Yes, it is. Just a rivet steel. Of course, all that's steel. Just one rivet. With chisel, hammer, they make good rivet poppers. Boom, rivet is off. We can do the other one from this thing. Okay. Great rivet poppers, you know. Just like that. Oh, we need him yet. One stuck in the corner. Another piece of sheet aluminum. Magnet. Aluminum. They don't like the meat. That's just a piece of insulating paper. Garbage cans are empty, so I can start filling them up. Ooh. Yeah, my quarters are getting pretty tight in here. More shred. So anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing. Farting around in the garage. I have all them dehumidifiers and TVs and air conditioners, and I think there's a few odds and ends down there that I got to yank apart yet. This is that switch I was going to hang on to. It works well. 2 wires. It really doesn't matter which way you put it in line, because one way or the other it's going to switch it off and on. So, come here. Get in that bucket. That's a bucket. Here. That's a bucket of what I don't know what to do with, but I can't throw out yet. You know, like a junk drawer that everybody has in their house, pretty much, right? Sorry, I have a frog in my throat this time of morning. I have, in case you're all wondering when you hear me go, I try not to do that on camera, but I smoked for 36 years, and according to the doctor, I gave myself bronchitis. So. That means I'm always hacking to clean out my tubes, bronchial tubes. I was looking for something and I lost track of what I was looking for. Anyways, I was going to do a quick one there, apartment scrapper. You like to go after this stuff. I don't cut them completely off of here. I'll show you why. Hopefully you can see this all right. I just popped the bottom off here. Just open it up like that. You see the brass in there? You just pop the brass. Normally they pop right out. Just pull the brass out. The wire falls out the bottom. So you don't have to cut the wire and then end up with wee little pieces. This way you end up with the whole wire. And yes, this wire is strippable because it's a hard wire. It's not stranded. And you just do the same with the other side. Or if you want to make a big mess, just smash it with a hammer. It all comes apart the same way. But that's how I do it. Boom, once the brass, excuse me, once the brass is out, that's what's holding the wire in, see? Then you have an empty little piece. And that's just plastic. Goes in the garbage. So they're all the same idea. Just showing you that it wasn't bullshit. But like I said, if you don't care about making a big mess, then just smash it with a hammer. There's your brass. Boom. Wire comes right out the bottom because that's all that holds the wire in. These are designed to do that, so if you have to replace them, you can replace them without shortening the wire up. See, I got that one out with the pliers. Wire pops out the bottom. It's empty. Because I used to do that years ago. I would cut them right at the bottom, you know. I would cut them right at the bottom, not thinking nothing of it. Then I started taking them apart after cutting them on the bottom. Like, they still come apart. But then you end up with the, see, the brass is out. You end up with the little pieces of wire. So I look at it this way. Those little pieces of wire, not paying attention, you end up losing them, right? Because they're tiny. And it's copper wasted, I think. See? Pull them out. Little pieces of wire come out the bottom. See? So, instead of cutting them, you know, ending up with little bits and pieces. You should end up with an even amount. There's 2 per light. And they are brass. Always check with a magnet. I have come across ones that look like brass and they were tin. You don't want that. But they go right in the brass bucket. I know that's not a lot of weight, but you do 100,000 of them, it ends up being a lot of weight. And I get paid so far still. It hasn't been affected. $2 a pound for my brass, so I think that's pretty good. So I'll snip it right there so I'm not dragging the whole wire around. Like I said, if you want the mess, you can just smash them with a hammer. But there's a spot where you put your screwdriver in for that. Boom. Wire comes out the bottom. Now you're not fumbling with a wee little piece on the floor. Or in your van, wherever you are, you know. Well, the dog just growled. She's looking out the window. Another piece. Boom, wire comes out the bottom. That's empty. Just like that. That's all there's to it. So then you got two really lovely pieces of brass. Like I said, always check them with a magnet. They hate like hell to throw a couple steel ones in there and get caught on it, because then they think you're trying to cheat them and they won't trust you again. On that note, this video's getting too long in the tooth, 25 minutes already. Fire's perking, starting to get more daylight out. It is 8:30, November the 2nd. If my brother was still alive, he would have been 62 yesterday, but he died when he was 47. ALS, if you've ever heard of that, a form of Lou Gehrig's disease. Yeah. The guy was a jogger, a sportsman, hockey player, and a bricklayer. He owned his own company. I used to work for him. That took him down. 10 years since he was diagnosed till his death. To die at 47, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it, because there's no cure for it. But on that note, that's not a somber or cheery note, that's a somber note. Miss him. Like, subscribe, and share. Why not? Have a nice day.